Today, I want to talk to you about mommy brain. One time, I was at a bakery, and the woman working at the counter was pregnant. And I asked her to cut, there was this giant muffins. I was like, could you please cut it in half so I can share it with my 83-year-old auntie? And she refused. She was pregnant. If she lifted up a butter knife to cut my muffin, that's energy that could be going to her unborn child. And I was so irritated. I was like, you won't cut my muffin in half? That's your job. And she was like, my job is to be a mother. I'm like, if that's your job, then why are you working at the bakery? And she's like, so I can pay rent so my child will have a place to live. And I'm like, I'm the customer. And she's like, I can't talk to you. Every word I utter out of my mouth is energy that could be going to my, she points to her stomach, baby. It was the worst customer service ever. So I started avoiding pregnant women, just in case they're too selfish to deal with me. And then one day I became a mother. I birthed our church, Hale Ho'onani, last May. And when people they ask me all this time, you want to go have lunch? You want to go to the beach? You want to go shopping? I'm like, shh, I am a mother now. I have a church. And that means I don't have lunch. I don't go to the beach. I don't go shopping. The only reason I exist is my church. Then I cut them off. And on the other hand, though, if someone donates to my church or they come to our Sunday service, I pledge my heart to them because they represent the beacon of hope for my child, my church. The moment our church was born, everything in my brain rewired. I have total mommy brain. I've known people for 30 years. If they don't attend my church, I cut them off. I don't care. If you don't love my baby, I don't love you. You know what? If you don't help my baby live, I don't help you live. And even though that's not right, that's mommy brain. Mommy brain is not right. It's not left. It just is. It's mommy brain. And it sucks all the resources from every corner of the universe to feed, clothe, and raise its child. Because mommy brain doesn't care about you. Mommy brain doesn't care about customer service. It doesn't care about anything except her child. And there are a lot of mothers on this planet who do not give a crap unless it contributes to the well-being of their child. Mommy brain is fierce. It will cut you. You're like, customer service? Mommies don't care. Mommies only care about one thing, their kid. Mommy brain believes you are irrelevant. My child is everything. I went to this church once, and the preacher asked, what's the most dangerous thing in the whole world? And he was trying to say the most dangerous thing in the world is your own mind, or the equivalent. And I was like, nope, it's mommies. Anytime you have mommy brain, now whether you are a man, a woman, transgender, non-binary, whether you have kids or not, where you look at someone, you're not objective at all. All you see is someone that you need to love and protect. That's when you're in mommy mode and you're using your mommy brain. You have your regular brain, and then you have your mommy brain. When I was in Hawaii, my next door neighbor was a drug addict, and everyone was scared of this guy. I mean, this guy was out of control, violent. He would destroy things when he was angry. So when he had these manic episodes, everyone would just run, would just leave the property. And one night, I guess I was his target. So he took his truck, and he kept pretending like he was going to run me over in his truck. So he would like rev the engine and he would speed towards me, and then he'd screech the brakes, like just a few inches in front of me. And then he'd back up and he'd do it again. And it just went on. And I had mommy brain at that time. So I refused to react. And when his front bumper came right up to my chest, I just tapped on the hood of his truck and I said, hey, I love you. You're okay. And he couldn't figure out why I wasn't terrified. And finally, he got out of his truck and he screamed in my face, "Why aren't you scared of me?" And I was like, "Oh, you haven't met my mother. She'd slice you up like you're bologna. I mean, you think you're something to be afraid of? She is a mother of something to be afraid of. If you think you're terrifying, who do you think invented terror? Now, you don't know terror until you have met a mommy in full mommy mode. Mommies are dangerous. They are fierce. They will use you, drain you of your every resource, and throw you away like tissue paper because they only need you for one thing: to help their child live. That's it. That's the only reason they interact with you.